If you're struggling to get clients for your AI agency, it's probably not because you're doing the wrong things. It's because you're doing them in the wrong order. Guys, in this video, we're going to be walking you through what I call the client acquisition pyramid. This is the framework that I've developed over the last 10 years to help people determine which order they should be doing things in. And I'm going to give you the exact playbook that I've used to grow my agency to $146,000 a month. If you're new here, my name is Joel House. My agency has done nearly 8 figures in revenue, and I'm here to help you grow your AI agency as fast as possible to capitalize on the gold rush we're currently in. So let's get into this. So here's the problem that I find most agencies have. Most agencies have what I call the scatter syndrome. And essentially what everyone does is they do everything. You know, week one, they start doing everything. They'll send some cold emails, they'll launch LinkedIn. They'll say, hey, let's become a YouTube influencer and let's blog on our websites. Some people even start paid ads before they've got any clients. And then some start doing SEO before they've even got case studies. And then they'll build fancy funnels. Guys, stop it. You don't want to be doing that. What happens with this is you end up with overwhelm by week 2. You end up with burnout by week 3. And by week 4, you end up with nothing. And then essentially people they just quit. They just give up on this model where their things are so close. So here's the solution, guys. And this is what I've built, which I call the client acquisition pyramid. And it's by starting with the right foundation and then building up where you're going to get the bigger deals, more scale, but you need the foundation first. The problem here is that most people, 90% of people, start at the top and they build down. Well, you actually need to build from the bottom up. So we're going to cover that all in this video. So phase 1 is the foundation phase. And this is usually from $0 to your first client, which should take a couple of weeks if you do this properly. Now, the goal here is to get your first paying client as quickly as possible. And the time required is going to take 2 to 3 hours to set up and a couple of hours a day to make this happen. So the first non-negotiable is to set up your LinkedIn profile properly. Now, when I say set up properly, you need to set up your headline, you need a good clean headshot, and you need to provide a great description. So the formula that I've found that works really well here, in your headline is, I help specific businesses automate specific thing with AI. Now, the specific thing should be a pain. It shouldn't be a process. Rather than going, I help plumbers automate client bookings with AI, it's I help plumbers book 40% more clients and stop missing out on leads that fall through the cracks with AI. That little shift actually provides a lot more pain and it resonates with people. So you want to be putting a professional headshot, you don't want your logo, and you want a banner that shows your results and your work. So you can build on these in Canva. If you're in the AI industry, you should know how to build these with AI. So dig in and get that done. Now, your about section should follow this format. Your about section structure should follow the problem that you solve, the how you solve it, the results you deliver, and then a simple call to action. And then you want to put up 3 to 5 posts. Like, you don't need to go nuts. You just need to complete your profile. That's step 1. Before you do anything else, step 1 is get your LinkedIn profile set up. Step 2 is to create your risk-free offer. Now, 3 offers that work really well if you're a beginner is a free AI audit, where you'll audit their processes, identify automation opportunities. Step 2, the second one is a done with you mini offer, which is you'll build one small automation for them. And step 3 is essentially a risk reversal. It's a only pay if you save time or only pay if you get money. You want to keep this really simple for your first client. Now, what you want to do is you want to document everything here. You want to create a simple 1-page PDF. You want to practice your pitch and you want to record yourself explaining it. And what I mean by that is most people, and this is something I actually learned from a multi-billionaire who said, Joel, most people practice how to, ask their wife to marry them, but they never practice how to pitch for money. He's like, I spend 24 hours pitching. I spend 24 hours in the mirror for every pitch that I do. That's why I close so many deals. And this is obviously business acquisition deals. This is a very different thing. You're not going to become a billionaire from an agency. I hate to break it to you. There is processes to turn this cash flow engine into that, but you're not going to close it here. So what you want to do is once you've created your offer, if your offer is, only pay if you save time, create a simple 1-page offer. practice your pitch, practice your pitch, practice your pitch. One of my friends here in LA is probably the top selling real estate agent in the city. And he tells me, Joel, I know every single objection to every single script, to everything like that. And he can fire it off like that. And we'll go hiking and he'll fire off how I should handle every objection that I get in my business because he's practiced it so many times. So document and practice. Now, third, this is now where you start taking action. You want to do warm network outreach first. Now, this is going to be very counterintuitive. Most people on YouTube are saying, hey, Joel, go and send 1,000 cold emails, build a full, no, stop it. You need to get one client first, guys. No one trusts you when they're cold. You need to reach out to your warm network. So what you want to do here, you want to start with 50 people who know you. That can be former colleagues, college friends, family friends, community members, past clients of any field. Even if you were going from being a sports coach, hypothetically, into AI, who have you coached in the past that could work in any form of position? And then you want to reach out to them and say, hey Jim, I've started a business helping businesses automate repetitive tasks with AI. I've already helped, an example, save 10 hours a week. If you haven't, leave that line out. Do you know anyone drowning in manual work who might benefit from a free automation audit? No pressure, just putting it out there. So you're not asking the people you know to buy from you. You're asking the people you know if they know anyone who might benefit from it. Big difference. Now, that's step number one. You've got to hit your entire, phase number one, so you've got to hit your entire warm network first. You see, what's going to happen is you're going to have people come out the woodwork and be like, actually, you know what? My accountant takes forever to get back to me. They might help with this. Let me introduce you. And follow up. Get this warm network working for you. Now, actually, the goal here quickly is you want to be sending 10 of these a day, and then you'll be booking 2 to 3 calls. Like, you really go through that, you're going to book some calls, guys. It's not rocket science. Phase 2 is going to be your local momentum. Now, this is usually where you're going to go from $0 to $2,500 a month. And it's going to be, week 2 to 4 of your journey. And that's where you're going to dominate your local city first. So now you've got your LinkedIn set up and people are searching for you. They see you like, cool, this guy knows what he does. You're now going to do local outreach. And this local outreach is for you to get case studies. And this is for you to become the AI person in your local area. And it's, hey, I'm an expert here. Now, you want to be building relationships. If you're in my free school group, the Automation Foundry, you'll notice I'm a big fan of relationships. This is what I make most of my money is relationships, not outreach. And the reason for that is let's grab a coffee works way better than let's hop on Zoom. You're connecting and building relationships. So step 4, this is a part of phase 2. Step 4 is to start your second degree outreach. Now, the benefit of local is you're hitting business owners in your city. Now, in other videos, you've heard me talk about, targeting coaches and experts and things like, and clinics. Yeah, target them locally. So you can sit down with the #1 business coach in your city. You can sit down with the #1 expert in relationships in your city. And then you start building that connection. So you want to be looking for about 20 requests per day, and you'll be focusing on similar industries. Your KPIs here are a 20% acceptance rate and about a 15% conversion to conversation. And the connection request template is pretty simple. Hey, James, I noticed you're in this industry in this city. I just helped someone else similar automate their processes. Would love to connect and grab a coffee sometime. That's it. Simple. Mention the city 2 to 3 times. That's a really key thing here. So like, oh, he's in my city. Now, step 5, and I hope you guys are taking notes here because this is the order. If you're starting from scratch, you need to be building this on. This is actually an extract from my course in my free group. So step 5 is your first 3 case studies. So as you get clients using the methods we've spoken about, you want to document everything. You want to screenshot the mess you had before, which is like the previous state. You want to record your process, that was your solution. You want to show their after state and the after stats, which shows a clean result. And then you want to show key metrics. So that is how many hours did they save, how much did they reduce, etc. And then you want to get a testimonial video. This is crucial. You add data plus a video, your case studies are going to become massively powerful sales assets. So from that, you're going to move to phase 3. And don't move to phase 3 until you have got 3 case studies, guys. If you get stuck here, jump in my group, message me, I'll help you out. Phase 3 is the systematic outreach. Now, this is where you'll usually go from $2,500 to $5,000 a month. And this is a daily system that compounds. You don't want to have pipeline lag. So what you're going to be doing here, you're going to be sending your 20 LinkedIn DMs a day. You're going to be sending your 5 value looms. You're going to be doing 1 to 3 partner outreach touches. You're going to be sending 5 Dream 100 follow-ups. And it's going to take you 40 to 60 minutes a day. This is still manual systematic outreach. We're not building automated yet. So guys, if you haven't watched my video all about this, check it out. But essentially you're going to be sending your 20 LinkedIn DMs. You're going to be sending 5 value looms. This is where you've picked someone from your Dream 100 and you're going to be sending them a value loom. You're going to be doing a partner touch. This is where you're going to build your referral partner relationships. And then you're going to be hitting your Dream 100 campaign. If you're not sure what that is, check out the other video on my channel about it. Now, step 7 to 8, this is communities and content. Notice how we didn't start fluffing around the communities. You start with your network. You start getting some results, start getting some cash to the door. You need some runway, guys. So you're going to be joining 3 communities at this stage where your ICP hangs out. This will be Slack communities, Discords, Facebook groups, whatever your community is on. And you're going to be answering questions. You never, ever pitch. Let them Google you. Let them find out who you are on LinkedIn. They'll come to you when they're like, hey, who's this guy who keeps helping with all these AI questions? And always DM them value if they ask for a DM. Don't start selling. At stage 6, 7, and 8, you want to be building LinkedIn content. This is where you go from, I've got a few clients, to I'm starting to become a leader in this field. So a quick example here, Monday should be a case study post, Wednesday should be a how-to, Friday should be a client win. Now, client wins, you remember, you can rotate this content. Like every 4 weeks, you can use the same post, but just rewrite it slightly. Now, phase 4, this is where you're gonna really crush it, guys. And the challenge is most people start at phase 4 when they're not ready for it. This is when you're gonna go from $5,000 to roughly $10,000 a month. Now, here's a really important thing to remember about this phase, guys. And it's a critical warning. If you're producing content without clients, it's a hobby. If you're producing content with clients, it's a business. Please, please, please do not start here, guys. You're not gonna get anywhere. So don't start here because you need case studies, you need testimonials, you need proven processes, you need real results. So once you have that, let's jump in. This is where you can build your authority. And this is where you can be building strategic partnerships, long form content, and monthly workshops. Okay, so strategic partnerships are people that can bring in clients to you. This is gonna be agencies, consultants, accountants, lawyers, whatever it is that have your clients as clients already. You're gonna offer them a recurring commission, and you're basically gonna be helping them. Now, for content, this is where you're gonna be building the weekly how to automate X videos. Again, don't do this until you got money in the door, guys. You're gonna waste your time and money. Now, the reason for this is not to attract leads, okay? This is a part of your sales cycle. Once people find you from the other methods, they're then gonna start looking you up. And then they'll be like, oh, this person teaches me this stuff. Cool, they know what they're talking about. That's where this comes in. You're not gonna get leads from this at the beginning. And then you ultimately wanna be doing monthly partnership workshops, which would be free AI audit workshops or business or partnership with business groups and teach them. So you can come in as a guest speaker. This is where you build relationships. This is where you really get valued by giving value. Now, phase 5, this is where you scale your systems, okay? This is where you can finally do what everyone wants to do, which is automate everything. Okay, so if you've seen my Lemless video on this channel, that's where this comes in, okay? This is where you can automate your email sequences once you know what works. This is where you can bring in CRM lead scoring. This is where you can start booking your automations. This is where you can start building follow-up sequences. Remember, you're starting from scratch. At this phase, you can also start running ads if you want to. You can do SEO on content. Personally, I would not do that until you're probably a year in and you've got a lot of cash. You can go a long way with outreach, content partners. This is more if you really want to scale to mass volumes of people. Now, the compound timeline on this is an interesting one. And I shot a whole video on this recently about a pipeline lag. You see, day 1 to 7, you're usually gonna have no results. This is normal. Day 8 to 14, you're gonna be getting your first replies. Day 15 to 30, momentum builds. That's where you start booking calls. 30 to 60, you're gonna start getting clients closed. 60 to 90, the system starts running itself. The challenge is most people stop at day 7, or once they get 2 or 3 calls, they then stop. But you need to keep this thing moving. Otherwise, if you stop today, your pipeline next month is going to be empty. So you got to keep your pipeline moving. Now, here's the math that makes millionaires, guys. And it's pretty simple. 20 DMs a day, 30 days is 600 touch points. 15% response rate means you're going to be getting 90 responses. 30% of calls booked is 27 calls. You close like shit and you close 20%, you're going to get 5 to 6 clients. $2,000 a month, you get a $10,000 a month pipeline. Doesn't mean you close it, but you got a pipeline. You do that for the year, then you start getting some money. So guys, here's the key principles of the pyramid. Number 1, stack, don't replace. Each new level adds to the previous level. Never, ever, ever stop doing something that works. Reach out to your warm network every month. Even if you've got automated systems, reach out to your warm network. Number 2, perfect is the enemy of profitability. Your first system needs conversations, not perfection. You need to be getting people on the phone. You need to be sitting down for coffee. You just need to be taking action. Number 3 is 10 before 10x. You need to get 10 conversations before optimizing. Get 10 clients before scaling. Everyone is trying to get rich quick that they miss the foundations to actually getting clients. Number 4 is you can't automate what you haven't done manually. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you want to load up instantly and you want to blast out 1,000 emails a day and you've never sent manual emails, you've never manually reviewed things, you're not going to understand when AI customizes messages, if it's a good customization or not. You've got to learn the skills and then get AI to do it. And then turn it down, never off. This is my faucet framework, which is you always want to turn your lead flow up and down. Because if you have a stop today, 6 weeks from now, you're going to have an empty calendar. It's not immediate. You've got to keep things moving. So guys, that's it. The pyramid works, but only if you work it. So you can drop a comment below pyramid for the complete PDF and templates. You can jump in my group and I'll teach you more detail about my entire business launch strategy for free. Or subscribe. Check out other videos here. I'm here to help you guys. Have an amazing day. See you soon.